Ta 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 ta. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Oh boy. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Good boy. Free. Good boy. Good boy. Right? So he needs to keep that sit for that. Just that little opening of the door. It doesn't have to be like super long. And the door does not have to open wide, right? That will come in time. But right now, the door does need to be able to open that slight little bit and for him to keep that sit in order to be released through. Right, so again, attempting to not have to reward while we're in the middle of the street, right? And he's trying to get to like the other side. Good boy, good boy. So making sure that when he does that, right, I'm just going to keep looking where I want him. Good boy, good boy. And again, as he's walking with me, yes, that's when my hand drops down, right? Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. There we go, there's some steps. Good job, good job. Good boy, awesome. We're gonna continue working on this and we'll turn the camera back on if anything exciting comes up. Good boy. I do want to show we have a couple of dogs barking in like different different houses, and we were practicing right that little bit of pressure, and then rewarding for him continuing to walk and move forward after feeling that pressure, and not going into that stop. But this is very different, right? We have some obvious distractions that make him uncomfortable, hearing other dogs, seeing people, things like that. So being mindful of that and fair that we're not going to be applying pressure in those situations, right? To let him process and come forward. And then after a couple of him focusing on you, right? And you can tell a big difference because he's not looking at me, right? In those situations where I'm adding on that pressure, he's continuously kind of looking in my direction. While here, he's really focusing on different areas and kind of processing, right? And again, we want to allow him to do that as much as possible. So in those situations where you know he's processing things and he's not just staring at you, deciding whether he wants to move forward or not, right? Go ahead and let him process. And then when, again, he's back to being nicely focused on you, you can go ahead and apply that pressure again. Now, this is the farthest that we've gone. We've gone past the castle house. We won't go too much farther, but I did want to go ahead and introduce to him a new space. Good boy. I also noticed that the house just past the castle house has some sort of like alarm when you go past it. And it hurts my ears, so I wouldn't be surprised if it hurts his ears. I don't know if it's some sort of deer repellent or what it is, but man, it is uncomfortable. So if that seems to really be an issue for him going forward, we may just not want to go for a walk this direction right now, right? If he's nice and focused on me now, I do want him to fix his leash. Fix your leash. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Right? Oh, well, now he's focused on something else. Good boy, yes. So there's a person in the garage over here. Good boy. job. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes.
How's it going?
Hi, good. How are you? Yeah, it's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Yes, there you go. Good job. Good boy. Good boy. You got it. Yeah, yes. Great job. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. And we're going to get to this next house and then we will turn around. Good boy. Because we're starting to get, again, almost that consistent walking again, right? We've gone out of that emotional threshold. And so he's coming forward a lot easier. I'm going to give him a second just to chill, and then we'll turn back around. So I have a person coming up on a run. Yes. And if he stops to process, I'll stop with him to process. Otherwise, we continue in motion. Good boy. Good boy. And continue that rewarding, right? Especially if he looks at the distraction and looks back at you, right? So if there's a distraction, whether it's a dog, a person, whatever it is, at this point, continue in motion if he's willing to continue motion, right? If he stops to process, allow him to stop to process, right? But if he does continue in motion, make sure we're still rewarding for him disengaging, right? We still want to continue that even though we're in motion. We still want to reward for him every time he disengages from that distraction and refocuses on us. Now he's trying to switch sides because we're about perpendicular or parallel to your home. So he's trying to be like, when are we going to turn? Well, when are we going to turn? And my response is, we're going to turn when you stop trying to turn towards the house, right? Good boy. Good boy. Yes, thank you. Good boy. Okay, here we go. Uh-uh-uh. Uh-uh. Good. Good. All right. Free. Good boy. There we go. Ready? Go find Bump. Walter. Yes. Oh. Yes. Good boy. Go find. Oh, go find. Find it. Good boy. Yes. Walter. Yes. Sit. Walter, sit. Yes. Good boy. Walter. Yes, good boy. Yes. Oh, oh, oh. It's okay. Good. Oh, Becca's making sounds. Becca's making sounds. So I'm going to get down on his level. Good boy. Hey, it's okay. Yeah. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So my shoulder hit this. And you can't really see his body language because he's outside the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss some treats, right? Boy. So sound sensitive. It's okay. It's okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Attention marker or attention cue to get him just to look this way so I can give the treat party, right? And as I'm giving him some pets, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little shoulder hit, right? Because all that is him going, oh my God, what is that sound? That doesn't happen very often when we're in here, right? It's the first time I've really done it. Good boy. Now he's being brave, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some treats down. Good boy, good boy. And I wanna make sure that if and when I hit the sound on purpose, that's really random. So it's not every time I'm petting him. It's not every time he's eating treats, right? Because I don't want him to associate any of these things with me with the sound being made. Because again, he doesn't know I'm making the sound, right? Walter, good boy, good boy. So sometimes it's, again, when he's over here eating treats. Sometimes it's when I'm petting him. It's always happening though, randomly, and when something positive is going on. So it's never when he is approaching, right, to get to the treats. It's never when he's approaching for the attention. It's always for when something positive is already begun and is currently happening. That's when we'll go ahead and make that noise. Hi. So we changed scenery to a new space, right? So that we can get him out of that I'm terrified mindset. And we're gonna work on those nails. Because while I'm happy to work on that warm up and basics in that area where he feels anxiety, I do not want to work on something he already feels anxiety about in an area he feels anxiety, right? So if that room is scary right now, the last thing I want to do is work on his nails while we're in that room. So again, always starting with that kind of just holding and massaging, flexing, right? Getting him just kind of used to me working with those paws before I take out the before I take out the clippers. Thank you, good boy. Good boy, yes. And we're gonna flip, right? And that is a stretch, right? So that's the other reason why we like to start with that before we start clipping, so that if that is a stretch that's really uncomfortable, they'll let us know and we can just work on their ability to actually do that stretch. Now I want to get those feet, the back feet. Good boy. Good boy, yes. Good boy. And again, I'm gonna do that little flex. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so we've warmed up all 4 feet. So now I'm gonna get my clippers out. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna take a foot Act like I'm gonna cut. Yes. Good boy. Can you get the foot? Thank you. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. So that time I actually cut. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Yes. So a little jump there. Did not actually cut anything this time. Oh boy. Right? Because again, I'm not necessarily going to cut every single time. Yes. And as we get better at this, we'll be cutting more, right, than we're not, as opposed to right now, we're cutting less. Yes. Good boy. Do you need a break? Do you want to work? You want to work? Yeah? You want to try again? Do give me a pop? Do give me a pop? You give me this one? You do this one? Two. Yes. Oh boy. So he said, I'm done with the other paw. Do a different one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yes. Good boy. Good job. Huh? And I'm really waiting for him to be at the point where he's calm again. Yes. Before I cut another nail. Right. I want that adrenaline to leave his body a little bit. I want him to feel nice and calm and comfortable. Yes, before I clip another one. Okay. Yes, good boy. So I clipped that dew claw. And when you're doing this in the beginning, it's so important to make sure that we're not causing any pain, that we want to make sure that we're doing that just little bit of shave off, right? We call it capping, where you're just getting the little bit off at the ends. Good boy. So now I want him to get into that down position. So I'm going to encourage him into a down. Nope. I'm going to encourage him to crawl forward. Good boy. And then I'm going to grab the back leg. Push that toe out. Yes. Act like I'm going to cut. Good boy. And get this toe. Oh. Act like I'm going to cut. So I actually did almost cut that nail, but because I had that jump, I'm going to go, not this time. Oh, oh. Yes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes. Good boy. So today, right, my goal is to kind of get one on each paw that I'm cutting for real, right? While the rest, I'm not, I'm just doing the fake cut, right? Yes. Good boy. How dare you look. You want to get this back? You want to get this back? Thank you. Yes. Good boy. And this one. Yes. Good boy, good boy. Good job. Free. You're done. Good job. easiest way for you to get treats? That's gotta be the easiest way for you to get treats. That's gotta be the easiest. That's gotta be the easiest. Yeah. Leave it. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Go find. Go get it. You get it. You're free. Go get it. Yay. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. You go find. Free. Okay. Good boy. Oh. Oh. I made the door sound. Please. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Oh boy, you always want to start going through those doors really quickly. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Free. Free. Good boy. Free, please. Yes. Good boy. Good girl. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Yes. I'm waiting for him to come back in his brain. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Walter. Good boy. Yes. Please. Good boy. Yes. What you doing? Walter, what's he doing? What's he doing? Sit down. Good down. What's he doing? So because we have so much anxiety going on with him with the door, I want to just work on the doorbell and not work on anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the door open. I'm going to hit that bell and toss treats at the same time. Because I want that emotional response to die down. I'm asking him. So I just want to work on not expecting anything from him, but just focusing on, hey, that doorbell just means treats. That's it. So I'm going to hit the doorbell and at the same time toss a bunch of treats on the floor. Good boy. You'll come get some treats? Come get some treats. Yeah, there you go. Shake it off. Yeah, clean up that floor. Nom, 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 nom. I'm going to open that door. Again, same thing. I'm going to hit the doorbell. Oh. And toss the treats at the same time. Good job. Right, and so desensitizing him to the doorbell is going to take some time because he is so emotionally responsive to it. And so doing this once a day, even if it's just for a few times, you know, like 4 or 5 times, just so that he can start to understand that the doorbell does not necessarily mean anything to him, right? The doorbell sometimes randomly goes off. The only thing the doorbell is going to mean going forward every single time is that he gets treats. It's not going to mean anything else other than he gets treats